Number 22, Devin Ferguson on the carry. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Check that game of 6, 2nd and 4, Mules. Pass complete to number 1, Dylan Hall. First down, Mules.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sikeston Public School Stadium.
Number 22, Devin Ferguson on the carry.
For tonight's broadcast between the Poplar Bluff Mules and the Sikeston Bulldogs. We are joining you a bit late in the first quarter.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1, Poplar Bluff.
We had some technical difficulties getting things started, but we are up and running. Poplar Bluff went down and scored on their opening drive, and they lead this game 7-0, and they just intercepted a Sikeston pass deep in their own territory after a nice Sikeston drive. But Poplar Bluff on the move again, and we're here to bring you the game for tonight's SEMO Conference homecoming game. Matt?
Yes, we were a little bit late getting on, but never fear, Mr. Beidler was on the case. We knew we'd get it solved.
Pass complete to number 6, Logan Slack.
Just sitting here behind.
First down, Poplar Bluff.
He wasn't as confident as we were, but Deej, I always say this is one of my favorite days of the year. I love homecoming. I love our tailgate. Our town just showed out in force, and we can talk about this a little later, but it's one of my favorite days of the year.
Incredible scene, as always, with the tailgating. Kind of resembles a college atmosphere in the pregame.
Yes.
And, of course, homecoming brings out a lot of folks.
Number 11, Xavier Jones on the carry. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, Poplar Bluff.
And 5:48 to go. We know we don't have a play clock on your screen, so we're just going to try to tell you periodically how much time is left in this first quarter. Poplar Bluff now facing 2nd and 5.
Thanks for holding the seat down for me, Deej. I know I was absent the first couple of games, a little MIA, but had some family things going, so now I'm glad to be back.
That's number 22, Devin Ferguson on the carry for the Mules. He's got a first down run down at about the 28-yard line.
Number 22, Devin Ferguson.
So yeah, Matt, we had to replace you
with
a couple
carry,
different times.
first down,
Matt
Poplar
missed
Bluff.
Our opening game against Crystal City, a victory for the Bulldogs. And then Jeff Williams helped me out that night. And then against Malden, Chris the Chief Popst was here announcing with me, and we won that game. So we're starting to wonder.
Oh, boy.
Should we have
pressure's on.
Should we have left Matt at home?
No doubt. No doubt.
Poplar Bluff pass is complete, I believe.
Yeah, they caught.
Yeah, so completed pass for about
pass
a yard.
complete to number 6, Logan Slack. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9, Poplar Bluff.
Catch.
Right.
So just a short gain, maybe a football length gain on that play. Now they're 2nd and 9.
I have to say, Poplar Bluffs look pretty impressive these first two drives.
Yeah, very. They've had some games. They put up some points.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've only won one game. We were looking this up, and they are 1-4, and their only win was against Chaminade out of St. Louis, who is usually a powerhouse, but I don't know what they have this year. The pass over the middle, and that one's caught by number 1 for the Mules, Dylan Hall. Excuse me, I don't have that. Yeah, Dylan Hall. So that pass complete.
Pass
for a
complete
first
to number 1,
down
Dylan Hall.
10. So Poplar Bluff opened
First
the
and
season
goal, Mules.
with a 42-14 loss to Valley View, Arkansas. They defeated Chaminade in week 2, 14-12. They lost a shootout to Farmington, 36-33. Then they took a couple on the chin the last 2 weeks to Cape Central, 49-6, and then Jackson last week, 57-9. Which were arguably that pass was close to being picked off by Daryl Jordan, but
got a hold probably coming back.
It was complete.
Pass complete to number 20, Colt Clifford.
Right
flag on the play.
There.
I'm gonna guess a hold just by virtue of where it was thrown.
Yeah.
They look like that way. They're backing up.
It'll be a safe call there.
That really went out on a limb there, didn't it, Deej?
Yeah. So the
hold against Poplar Bluff.
Against the Mules. That's their first penalty. And that is a spot infraction. So that
5-yard penalty.
Pretty deep into the play.
First and goal from the 13.
Ball's
Timeout,
on the 13.
Sikeston. Sikeston Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor,
So,
First Midwest Bank.
The Mules,
locally owned and headquartered in
Cape
Southeast
Central and
Missouri,
Jackson are
First
probably the
Midwest
top two
Bank has
teams
been
on
a
their
part of the
schedule, and they will
Sikeston
probably be the
community
top two teams
for
on
30
Sikeston's
years.
schedule. So
Stop by one of our
Bluff has
two
now made it
Sikeston
through those
locations
two.
or visit
It's a big game for
onemidwest.com
Sikeston. The
to
coaching
see
staff
how we
feels
can
it's a
help
winnable
you
game.
make your financial
You're on
dreams a
homecoming night
reality.
Against a Mules team that's 1-4, but a dangerous team. As you saw, they put up 33 points against Farmington, and Sikeston only scored 7 last week against Farmington. So it kind of gives you an idea of maybe how powerful this Mules offense can be.
Well, they put up some points, you're right, against some good teams. Sikeston we've clawed out 2 victories. We're 2-3.
So Sikeston opened the year with Crystal City, won that one 29-18, and lost 2 lopsided games to Dexter, 49-7, and then Cape Central, 56-16. Malden Sikeston defeated 49-16, and then lost last week to Farmington, 45-6. I said 7, so 6 actually. Excuse me. But Sikeston's 2-3. But you consider compared to last year, Sikeston didn't win a game until week 9, so they're 2 games ahead of their pace last year already.
Correct.
Quarterback up the middle and easily into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think before the season started, I would say most folks that knew a little bit about the Bulldogs and their schedule would say there was a 3, maybe a chance of 4. Then you never know with first round of a playoff game or whatever, how that shakes out. So you're, with a new coaching staff, and I'm sure you guys have talked about all that. You hope to continue to improve. That's the process.
And, prior to the season starting, you talk to anybody about Sikeston's schedule, that kick is wide. So Poplar Bluff maintains a 13-0 lead with 3:40 to go in the second quarter. But talking to anybody in the preseason, what Sikeston's schedule, you just automatically you have to, if you're the coaching staff of Sikeston, we have to beat Crystal City.
Right.
And you have to beat Malden, who hasn't had a win in 3 years.
Right.
So you figure those are 2 that you just absolutely are paramount to win. Obviously, the rest you're going to try to win, but there may be a far more distant chance of winning those games than Crystal City and Malden. So Sikeston has Bluff this week. Next week is Jackson, and then New Matter County Central, and then they'll finish and the next 3 are at home, by the way, and then the final game, October 25th at Charleston. So some difficult games. Sikeston's right in the middle of conference play right now, so they're in their most difficult games.
Mm-hmm.
This one not off to such a good start for the Bulldogs. 13-0 deficit here in the first quarter. That pass was muffed on the kick. It hit the ground, and he tried to field it, but I believe the Bulldogs did come away with it.
Ooh. Those always make me nervous when you just don't. I know you want to pick it up and run it and try to make something good out of something bad, but sometimes fall on it and just keep possession of the ball.
The Bulldog return men were deep, and the kick just kind of popped in the air, and it bounced before it got to him.
Pete, we've got 3:36 left, first quarter. Try to keep you updated the best we can on the time.
Toss sweep to Holcomb.
You know what, I think he's been of course, we saw some spark from him last year, Deej. We've seen a lot of good things out of him so far this year.
Strong runner, got a little speed. He picked up 5 on that play. The down marker shows 4th down. That should be a 2nd down play. The down marker is incorrect.
On the field.
I don't know if you can see it on your screen anyway.
They switched it.
2nd and 5. Sikeston's opening drive actually went pretty well. They marched all the way down the field, and Baker attempted a pass that was tipped at the line of scrimmage and then intercepted. Sikeston got pretty deep into Mules territory, maybe
well
a
inside.
30 or 35-yard line or so. So about a yard gain on that play. It's now 3rd and 4.
It's a big drive here, Deej, to answer and slow them down a little bit, keep their offense off the field, give our defense a chance to rest and catch their breath.
If Bluff's going to score points, you got to match them, and so Sikeston's going to have to figure out a way to get some points on this drive. Baker to pass to the sideline, and it's caught by Kendarius Love.
I'll tell you what, Deej, that's at this level, and that's a tough pass to hit that outside the numbers from the other side of the field. That was a really nice pass.
It's a long throw.
Yes. And you got to put
some steam on it, or it could be intercepted. So a good pass by Baker, and Kendarius Love with a good route there for the first down.
Yes. You say steam, I say stink. Whatever. You got to put something on it. Great pass.
I say stink too.
You're trying to clean it up.
Trying to clean it up.
My bad, Deej.
Another toss sweep to Holcomb. He gets around the edge and out of bounds after about a pickup of 4.
Deej, I'm not knowledgeable enough about our offense yet, but it almost looks like a read from.
I believe that is a read play that Pierce is
right.
Kind of a RPO almost, or maybe read option. I'm not sure exactly how you would term it.
He's moving, and then he reads how that defender.
Yes.
If he plays him, he pitches. If he takes Holcomb, and then he keeps and turns it upfield.
Correct. And that is against the Bulldogs, so you have to avoid those if you want to put any points on the board. That's a 5-yard procedure penalty of some kind. I didn't lined up off sides. I'm not sure.
I didn't see it.
The flag was thrown before anything, and on the sideline judge there, and I'm almost thinking one of the Sikeston's players might have been lined up off sides. Baker to roll out. Under pressure, and it's overthrown. Not much time there. So 1:54 to go here in the first quarter, and the Poplar Bluff is leading 13-0. Sikeston faced with a 3rd and 11.
I don't think we're in 4-down territory. Certainly not this point of the game. Because again, we talked about it. I think we need to kind of keep this drive going. This is a big down here. See what the coaches can dial up here on this play.
If they get enough yards, they may consider going for
true,
it.
Well, true.
But, yeah, I don't think you want to rely on that. You want to try to get this play here. Screen play, and that one was just a little out of Holcomb's reach. He did make the catch.
I think if he hits him with that, I think that's got a chance for some big yards.
If he hits it in stride, you got a chance there.
Right.
When the blocking is set up. But even with that, though, one of the Poplar Bluff players came through unscathed and made the play.
Well, but I think with a clean catch, a throw, like you said, on the money, clean catch, I think he gets around that.
Sikeston forced to punt. This was their 2nd possession of the game. They had an interception on the first drive. Play clock is frozen on one end and ticking on the other. That's interesting.
Now they're both going.
Now it's down to 3. Now they're going to have to call timeout. That's Sikeston's 2nd timeout already. So Sikeston having trouble getting the proper personnel on that punt team out and had to use that 2nd timeout. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back. And we are back. Sikeston faced with a 4th and 14. They will be punting with 1:04 left here in the first quarter.
No.
Here comes another player in late. Over Gadberry's head. He's going to have to either kick it out of the end zone or maybe try to kick it away. And he did get it off amazingly.
What a great play.
And a great punt. It didn't get a roll, however. but he got off a really good punt from about the 1 yard line.
Gosh.
And there is a penalty flag down, but heck of a job by Gadberry.
Yes.
I thought he was going to have to kick it out of the end zone just to avoid, having the ball down at the 1 yard line or a safety or Poplar Bluff
Would have been a
recovering.
safety. Right. If he kicked it out of the end zone, would have been a safety.
So it is against Sikeston. I don't know what Poplar Bluff want to do here. They may just take the ball right there.
Right.
I imagine they'll take the ball there. It would equal out to about a 14-yard punt. Yeah, they did decline that.
I didn't see the call. What did they call?
Just some kind of procedure penalty against the Bulldogs. The Mules are.
That looked doomed from the beginning when you got
did.
guys running on the field. And
Yeah. Well, they had personnel problems before the play. They called timeout, and then even after the timeout, they had a player coming in late.
right.
So handoff up the middle. Didn't get a number on that. But gain of about 3. Good field position for the Mules here. 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Derek, I'm not sure. Again, I've watched you guys. Have been out of town. Haven't got to do or watch the whole games, both home games. We talked about the Bulldogs and we're still pretty young as well. We got a new coaching staff, obviously, so those things are going to be different. But we got some young kids out there that are playing some big minutes.
Well, I read an article. There's a pass complete. Number 10 is Hunter Clifford, and he's knocked out of bounds after about a gain of about 10. But, yeah, reading an article, Coach May said 44 of our 59 varsity players are sophomores and freshmen.
That's
pretty remarkable. I didn't realize that. But when you look at the roster up and down on the program, there's a ton of freshmen and sophomores listed.
Right. The reason it just struck me, I was sitting here, I was looking at the Mules roster and senior, junior, senior, senior. You're thinking, holy moly. And then we got kids out here that haven't had a lot of varsity time. So not only are they filling big minutes, but they're learning as they go.
Absolutely. Edmondson rolling out, throwing into the end zone. He's got a man open, but it's overthrown. It did go over the uprights. But you see the kind of arm that Edmondson has there. He's rolling to his left and just launched it about 40 yards in the air probably over the uprights. And there was a player that was open if that pass was just a little lower. That is the end of the first quarter, however, and Poplar Bluff is leading this game 13-0. We'll be right back after this break, bringing the second quarter. Here we are for the start of the second quarter. Poplar Bluff now with a 2nd and 10. Edmondson under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Daryl Jordan with that sack for the Bulldogs. First big defensive play for the Bulldog defense today. Now a 3rd and they're going to mark it back at the 40, so 3rd and about 17. So you'd think this is probably 4-down territory unless Sikeston tackles them for a loss or it's an incomplete pass. They might consider punting here.
Let's say on the 40 deeds, they're going to, if this were 4th down, they would be kicking from the
Probably
50 or so.
From here, yeah, you'd probably punt from here.
Right.
But they have to get a stop and get off the field first.
Correct.
Edmondson looking deep. It's a man. It's
Okay.
incomplete. So
There
a
we
little kind
go.
of a little short comeback route. I'm not sure what route it was, but maybe about a 10-yard. Might have been even a curl, and he just missed through the pass.
Yeah, it looked like his feet slipped too. The receiver was trying to go after it, and his feet slipped.
So they are going to line up to punt this one. Just underway here in the second quarter, 11:06 remaining in the half. Poplar Bluff leading 13-0.
Clock is stopped, Deej, with 11:06 on the board.
Low snap on that.
Going the end zone.
And a directional punt inside the 10, I believe. Let's see where he's going to mark it. And he's going to mark it about the 11. So a
Really
good punt.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good snap. It rolled to him, and but Sikeston was not bringing pressure.
Right.
So he was not even under duress. He just kind of angled the punt very nicely out of bounds over there.
Well, I think in this position, Sikeston wanted to make sure we didn't rough the kicker or do something.
That did happen.
Right.
Against
No, I
Walden.
know. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to get the ball back. I understand it's not great, but we do have the ball.
Fly sweep coming this way to Keon Atkins, trying to get outside, and he's knocked out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 5 or 6 on that play.
DJ, I didn't want to just single out a few players, but I think Pierce has had a really good year so far. I think Keon's had a really good year as well. And there's others, but those just come to mind right off the bat.
Yeah, they've both performed well. Keon has emerged as the top receiving target so far this season. Baker now looking to pitch to Holcomb. Holcomb lowers his head and puts it close to the marker. Another gain of about 4 or 5 there. It's real close to the sticks, maybe about a yard short, half a yard. So 3rd and 1 now for the Bulldogs with 10:32 to go in the half. Sikeston operating solely out of shotgun. Holcomb at running back. And Sikeston may use their last timeout of this half. Let's see. No, there's a penalty flag down. Excuse me. So that's against Sikeston. I didn't see the flag come out, but a 5-yard penalty. That's a killer. Instead of 3rd and 1, you have 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that's those things. Your self-inflicted wounds are tough to overcome. A little frustrating, but you got to get better.
Well, that's going to be a sack. So that penalty leads to a sack. You're not going to drop back and throw a pass on 3rd and 1 most likely. You're just going to hand it off, and that led to a sack, and now Sikeston has to punt. And there was another procedure penalty before the snap even happened.
I'll tell you what, if we snap it over Luke's head this time, it's going to be a safety.
That would
not going to be a chance there.
All coaches, if a team beats you and they're better, then so be it. But you don't want to beat yourselves, and those kind of penalties are the things you do that beat yourself. Good snap this time. Luke's going to get this one away. He's going to roll, take a good Sikeston roll out to right at the 50-yard line. The thing just kept rolling. He was punting that thing from in the end zone, and it's at the 50. That tells you how far he punted it right there. 50-plus yards, at least on the fly.
Would you say that again, Deej? I've just been sitting here kind of thinking about that. 44 of 59 roster players, is that what you said?
That's what I read in the article.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count all these
players
on the program.
No. What did you say?
But it was 44 of 59 varsity players or sophomores or freshmen.
75%, basically.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
See, I knew you were a banker. Good with numbers, aren't you?
Well,
Calculate that right in your head like that?
Yeah, maybe have a calculator on my phone, thank goodness. I mean, holy crap.
And some misdirection this time
nice
on kind of the comeback counter or trap. Not sure how you'd term that, but Colt Clifford on that carry.
Time to check. Sorry.
And that's an out of bounds. We got the first down. but they're going to have to stop. They've gotten knocked over on the track. Is that a Sikeston player? I can't tell from here.
Not sure. The chain gang's right in front of our view.
Can't tell from here who that is. So while they're tending to the injured player, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. And the player injured was a Sikeston player, Caden Gates. He made it off on his own power. Poplar Bluff with the 1st and 10. Marching into Sikeston territory with 9:06 to go in the half. Edmondson with some time, and it's overthrown and right through the hands of Mason King. He had a chance to intercept that pass. And an incomplete pass. Mason will get a pass breakup on that, but I bet he wanted that interception instead.
Absolutely. Been a bit nice turnaround there. Now he's a little frustrated at himself. That's all right.
That's 2nd down. Same play as earlier. They had a big play on, this time coming this direction and brought
nice
down
tackle.
Marcus
Is that
Sanders.
Marcus? Yeah, Marcus, that a baby.
And he got a hold of Xavier Jones on that play. Brought him down for a loss of 2.
Just going to say, not only did he not pick up anything with a TFL, right? Tackle for loss.
Nice play, good read that time, staying home defensively for Marcus Sanders.
Yep, not following the misdirection.
5 wide, 3rd and 12 for the Mules. 8:24 to go in the half. Looking, trying to buy, so there's going to be a penalty flag.
Probably holding, Deej. I think you'd.
The quarterback was sacked on the play, and if it is holding, you'll probably decline this.
Right.
If it is a holding against the Mules, they will definitely decline that
Absolutely.
penalty, though. You take the sack.
Well, they lost yardage well, and then you certainly don't want to give them the down over.
So that'll be a 4th and pretty long, and they're going to be you punt here again. They could try another directional punt, or are they going to line up and go for it?
Got just about 8 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter.
It looks like they're going to draw up a play and go for it here. So 8 minutes, like you said, faced with a 4th and 19 from about the 33-yard line.
Oh, they are.
Going deep over the middle.
Oh, nice.
And incomplete.
Nice play.
Very tight coverage. That pass intended for Derek Burton. Looked like maybe some contact, but both players going for the ball and nothing called. Sikeston gets off the field with a big defensive stop.
Really, really big defensive stop after the first 2 possessions that Poplar Bluff have had. Sikeston's bowed their neck here the last couple of times and got off the field.
Now the Bulldog offense has got to try to put some points on the board. 7:42 to go in the half. If you're down 13-7 at half, if you're Sikeston, you're pretty happy with that.
You feel pretty good about that. Got 7 minutes. 7:42 here.
And here comes a little trickery from Sikeston. Gadberry looking to throw. He's got a man open. Is caught, but he just under such pressure and really couldn't get much room there. I think that's Will Lape on the catch.
Well, they picked up a couple. Deej.
Or was that Pierce?
Yeah, they're saying will. Yeah, I assumed it would have been to.
It might have
to
been Pierce Baker over there. I couldn't tell.
Well, Mr. Cantrell said it was Will, so he's got binoculars. We've just got regular eyes here looking at it.
Pierce looking to throw this time. A nice pass. And he's loose. That's Keon Atkins, and he gets out of bounds.
Okay.
Keon shook one defender, and I thought he was going to shake the other, but he ran out of bounds.
I did. Keon's he had some electric plays this year. I don't know if you saw last week. He had a really nice touchdown reception from Pierce late in that game against Farmington.
Had a kick return against Malden earlier this season. We got word that pass completion was to Pierce Baker.
Mr. Cantrell always, and there's a flag in the backfield.
Pierce keeps this one. He had a head of steam and got about 8, but this one's going to come back. Illegal shift by the Bulldogs.
What's that, probably 4 procedure penalties, Deej?
At least 4. They've had 3.
One was on 3rd and 1 and caused a sack. That would have been 2nd and short. Now it's 1st and 15. Boy, getting put behind the sticks is just a tough place to come from behind. I mean, we're already down on the scoreboard, but got to stay out of this type of field position and stay off behind the sticks.
Clock is ticking away. 6:28 to go in the half. Plenty of time for Sikeston to march down the field, but they got to stop going backwards.
I think our left tackle moved, but they didn't call it.
Pump fake. Pierce is going to run it.
Oh, boy, Pierce. Oh,
he dives ahead.
Okay. Now we're in front of the marker. He
picked up about 7 on that.
He stumbled there. I'm not sure. I think his feet got tangled up.
I think he was looking to make a move and lost his feet, and then he just decided to dive at that point.
No, I listen, it's a good pickup. That's pick up 5 or 6 here, and 3rd down becomes manageable at that point.
2nd and 8.
Is that Keon in the slot, or is he out wide? I can't tell from here.
Baker rolling out again. That one's tipped.
That was tipped, yep.
I believe number 22, Devin Ferguson, with that tipped pass.
Will was open, too. I think he was going to hit him. I mean, the defense did what they're supposed to do. They tipped the pass. But he was open that time.
3rd and 8. 5:36 to go in the half.
Like he ran a nice little jab route, jabbed the defender and had him going backwards and broke hard to his left toward the sideline, and he was open. It just got tipped.
There's one of those read plays, and Holcomb gets it. He's fighting towards the first down. Very close. They're going to say he's out of bounds before he got there.
Nope, he's short.
So it's going to be 4th and 1 or so. Sikeston, I have no doubt, will go for this. A little longer than I thought. 4th and maybe a long 2.
Yeah.
Now this is a case, if you're Bluff, you have to watch the football. Sikeston may try to get them off sides. Nope, they didn't. Pierce Baker took it and ran up the middle for a 1st down.
Okay, all right. That was a nice call there.
Yeah.
Really nice call. I tell you,
kind of went tempo with it.
He did, and the thing that we tend to overlook, Deej, is the offensive line did a terrific job there, creating space for Pierce, pick up that 1st down. Not only did he pick up the 1st down, he picked up 4 or 5 extra yards too.
And maybe even Bluff. There's always some gainmanship. Maybe Bluff's thinking, hey, watch the ball. They may go on 2, and then all of a sudden you go quickly, and it catches them off guard.
Right, catches them on their heels, right. It moved again.
That one's blown dead. Against Sikeston again. At least 5, Tanner.
Yeah,
so those are, every time you do that, it makes it just more difficult on your offense.
1st and 15, right about 5 minutes left to go here in the half.
Ball is on the 36. Clock is ticking. The clock is not even a problem right now if you're Sikeston. You're trying to just figure out a way to get in that end zone. Pierce keeps it. Not much there. Tackled for no gain. Booster Club has their barbecue nachos. Is that their
That's
best seller over
that
there?
is- I would say that's the best seller. They are really, really good.
They told me earlier that Laura Parker told me they usually sell out in the second quarter.
I'm not surprised.
This is going to be another trick play. Gadberry looking
he's
to
there.
throw. He's got a man open.
Oh! Hang on to the ball. Get in
That's a
there.
touchdown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was Kenneth Holcomb
There we go.
on the play from Gadberry. So a little trickery to get in the end zone. Sikeston will take it. About a 35 yards. I didn't get the final marker, but about a 35-yard play from Gadberry to Holcomb.
We've ran a couple of similar plays, and this time he was wide open. Mauricio, the secret weapon.
First time, well, other than the kickoff, first time we've seen Reese.
Oh.
Bad snap.
Pick it up.
Nothing going to happen there. So the snap, no chance to get that kick up. And that leaves the score at 13-6. So you would like to have gotten that extra point there. But now Sikeston still trailing by 7 with 4:17 to go in the half. Number one priority now, Sikeston has come up with 2 defensive stops in a row. You have to get a stop. You cannot let them go down the field and score before the half.
You're right, Derek. Okay, we didn't get the extra point. Okay, we're just down a score. Get off the field, and you go in 13-6, feeling pretty good at some of our self-inflicted wounds and where we are here.
And the way the game started.
Well, right, absolutely. They marched down the field
Easily in the opening drive.
The opening drive,
Yes.
you made the comment before we were on the air. Every play they ran was a first down.
They ran about 6 plays, and each one of them were first downs.
Right, except for the last play. It was 1st and 4 first and goal from the 4, and they ran that in. And so we didn't provide much resistance on the first, certainly the first possession.
Ratio kicks it high, fielded about the 10-yard line. A lot of space here up the middle. Too much space. He's got a lot of room. Here comes a flag behind the play.
Yeah, probably.
No doubt it'll go against the Mules.
Yeah, probably a blocking in the back. Probably something similar.
Holding. So that will negate a pretty nice kick return by the Mules. That'll back them up.
They called it, Deej?
Yeah, there's a holding call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah. So that'll be 10 yards from that spot. So backed up to about the 22 or 3-yard line.
Okay. It was a good break there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, because the Poplar Bluff returned that kick past the 50.
So in essence, you say it was a 10-yard penalty. It was actually more like a 25 or 30.
Considering where the play ended.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
About a 30-yard penalty in that regard.
Just over 4 minutes remaining, Deej, here in the first half.
Poplar Bluff still with 5 wide. They do not run the ball much except on, there comes the running back to the backfield. So they're going to hand that one off. As soon as I say that, they're going to do it. But they do not run the ball much. They heard me. That was a gain of 9. They've had some success the few times they have run it, so I'm kind of surprised that they have only gone 5 wide some of these plays when they have had a little success running the ball.
They ran some of that read option there with the quarterback has had pretty good success, pulling that ball and keeping it and picking up big yards, big chunks of yards.
5 wide again, a little short pass. Of course, the little short pass is kind of an extension of the running game.
Right.
Dragged out of bounds for a first down. 3:25 to go in the half.
Clock stop on that, Deej.
It's out of bounds.
Yeah, I was just, well, I know, but some of and I realize we're not the NFL or NCAA, but now they start cranking the clock up to a certain point.
Yeah, in college and the pros they will.
Yeah.
High school it stays stopped. Edmondson runs up the middle, scrambles free,
Ooh.
takes a big hit, but
got a
keeps going. Nobody wrapped
flag.
him up. Penalty
No.
flag comes in, and he's going to score a touchdown on that play. Sikeston had him and didn't wrap him up.
Right. He put a lick on him. It just didn't wrap him up. Right there, about where I don't know. Well,
So let's see what this flag is.
hopefully they don't call like a targeting or something. I didn't see him lead with his helmet.
Who knows? Let's see. Unsportsmanlike
My
against Sikeston, so the
gosh.
touchdown will stand.
Unbelievable.
One of the Bulldog players, I didn't see the number, just went for the big hit. And
Right.
did not go for the tackle, and Edmondson just bounced right off and kept running.
Right. I thought it was a clean hit. I don't know. We're obviously 100 yards from the play or whatever.
Yeah.
They have a much better vantage point than I do. I'm not sure.
I know Coach May is not happy. You can tell by his body language on that play. As much as anything, just the lack of fundamental of wrapping up the ball carrier.
Right.
And
I can't tell if he's upset at the call or the play or both.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
But the unsportsmanlike, I don't know what that was. And that kick is through the uprights, so Poplar Bluff extends their lead to 20-6 with 3:10 to go in the half. Good news is that they scored quickly, so Sikeston will at least have a chance.
We do. We only have one timeout remaining. We burned 2 early.
Sikeston will have a chance to answer that score. There's at 3:10's enough time to go down the field. But they needed a stop on that drive, and that was similar to their opening drive. Not much resistance by the Bulldog defense that time.
Right.
Poplar Bluff brought a nice crowd over. 1-4 team traveling well.
I agree.
So the penalty is going to move the kickoff up to the 50-yard line. They're going to move it up to the 45, I guess. They're discussing it. So if he gets anything into this, it's going to be an easy touchback. Very well could. Try an onside
So
kick.
they assess the penalty.
You could take the penalty onto the two-point conversion and get closer on that, or you can take it on the kickoff. On a scoring play like that.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's true.
But yeah, theoretically, they could try an onside kick here. You're so
Right,
deep.
right.
I don't think that'll happen. I think they'll kick away here.
Doesn't look like it.
And that's what they did, into the end zone for a touchback. .310 to go in the half. Sikeston has to go 80 yards. Or even shorter because Mauricio has the leg to make a field goal.
Right. In the NFL and in NCAA, they always say the 35, which would be a 52-yarder. I don't know Mauricio's leg strength. That would seem to be on the edge of it.
He kicked a 45-yarder against Cape Central.
Right.
He's looking to throw out to the flat area. Gadberry breaking tackles.
Nice.
And got something out of nothing. Got about 3.
Just wiggled free there. Kept his feet moving. .240 and counting.
Clock ticking away. Sikeston taking their time here. There's another read play. Holcomb on the carry. Got about 2 or 3 more. They're going to need bigger chunks, though, Matt, if they want to get down and score before the half is over.
Well, on the other side of that, too, Poplar Bluff, I'm surprised they're sort of not calling timeout. Now, if we don't pick up a first down, I would say that they would probably stop it to give themselves more time. But maybe not at this point.
Two minutes to go, and Sikeston trying to get this first down. Holcomb is close. I think he's short, Matt.
Got him marked at the 30. Oh, they're giving it to him.
Well, that's true because it was a touchback.
Oh, well.
So if you make it to the 30,
yeah,
you
that's
got
right.
the first down.
That's
It was,
right.
it was a
That's
touchback
right.
on the kick.
That's right.
I'm not sure the sticks were accurate because
Right.
the 30 is automatically.
Yeah, would have to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clock is still cranking.
So
Minute 45.
you got the first down. Now you can maybe try some more deep plays if you desire. They're still pretty deep in their own territory. Pierce is rolling out. A lot of time he's got
open.
a man open. It's
Oh,
Will
what
Lake
a nice
on the
catch.
catch.
Will Lake.
It was over his head, and he had to go up and get it.
Will Lake. Hey, Coach Vicks over there got a little extra bounce in his step.
Will Lake,
Nice
that is
catch.
Coach Charlie Vickery's grandson. Big catch there to keep the sticks moving. 1:19 and counting on the clock. Have a short pass to Gadberry. He's looking to throw, and it's wide open to Will Lake.
Go, Will!
And he scores a touchdown. So another trick play. That one was dangerously close to a forward pass from our angle here, but
Hey.
yeah, they did not throw the flag. It's totally legal.
Hey, it's kind of like speeding, right? You're
Yeah.
not speeding unless you get caught.
Yeah, we have a straight line
Yeah,
shot at it, and
yeah.
it looked dangerously close to forward pass. But we're not straight line, and the ref
No.
is right on the line, so he would
Right.
have called it if it was
Right,
legal.
right.
But a nice play, beautiful play design again by the Bulldogs. They've scored both their touchdowns on Gadberry passes
Right.
off throwbacks to Gadberry, and that time finding Will Lake for the touchdown.
We're still in a very similar spot. We've got to get back off the field. We cannot give them another score. You go in one score down, you're still in good shape.
Sikeston's going to call timeout. They want to get a good two-point conversion play called here.
That's probably not a bad idea.
So, Will Lake, he just scored that touchdown. He's a junior on this team. So we mentioned all the youth on Sikeston's
Right.
football team.
He-
Will Lake's never played football
I
ever.
was just going to say, not only is Will a junior, you're right. The other thing that's struck me, and again, forgive me if you guys talked about this, have you talked about the experience of our coaching staff now?
Yeah, we have, but we can touch on it again.
It was interesting. I talked to Mr. Voorhees. I think it was during the jamboree that we had here, and I was down talking to some of the administrators and talked to Mr. Voorhees, and we were remarking on the experience of the staff, and he said, well, how would you like to be Coach King? He goes, last year he's an elder statesman with 20-plus years. He goes, this year he's getting everybody's water. So, I just thought that was hilarious how we go from guys that knew what they were doing to guys that just have had eons of experience.
Well, we mentioned the coaching staff. I'll tell you about it after this two-point play here. So Sikeston, that's Baker looking to throw. He's looking to run, and he threw the pass, and he was past the line.
Was he?
I think he could have got in without throwing the ball. They're going to call that one pass beyond the line of scrimmage, though, so that two-point conversion will not count. Yeah, illegal forward pass. So
Right.
I think he could have got in without throwing the
Right,
ball.
right.
Now, it would have taken him probably – he'd have to lower the shoulder
Right.
and get in there.
I was going to say they'll have to take the play because if they decline it, then we get a touchdown, right? I guess they have to take the penalty, I guess is what I mean.
I don't even know if you get an option to take it or decline it.
Coach May's not sold on the fact that he was over the line, or at least, again, as we say by body language, I can't hear what he's saying, but
Well, now you
you know
may
what?
consider kicking it now just because you're backed up so far.
Right.
It looks like they are going to, so I don't see Mauricio yet.
He's right there. He's just now coming on
now
the
he's
field.
coming out. Clock is ticking away, so now you're at 10 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to have trouble just getting this play off. They don't have any timeouts left. 2-1. They get the snap. Mauricio's kick is blocked. So that will end that drive, so you can't return a kick in high
Okay,
school.
that's what I was going to say. Can you advance it?
Not in high school. So 20-12. After all that, it remains 20-12.
With 1:05 left in the first half.
So talking about the coaching staff. So Jim May, I'm not sure how long he's been coaching. I would guess 20 years or so.
I'm gonna stop you real quick. I asked him because he's about our age. And I said, Coach, after we hired him here, I said, Coach, how long you got? A couple of years? And he said, Matt, I was late into education. He's got 10 or so years remaining.
Okay.
So you would, 20-ish years.
Yeah. So, of course, Charlie Vickery began his coaching career, I believe, in 1974. And so he's got 50 years of coaching experience or so.
Right.
He's in the Missouri Hall of Fame.
Right.
And Kevin Collier, of course, has 35-plus years of coaching experience as well.
Right.
So a lot of experience on the staff and a lot of success.
Correct.
Among all
Correct.
those
Not
coaches.
just experience. Right.
Yeah. Kick return. He's got some room again. Sikeston's kick coverage unit is giving up some big plays here.
We're blowing up that wedge. We're just not getting a lot of good tackles right away.
So, having said all that, I don't want to say the staff we had just weren't as experienced.
No,
We had
right.
good-
No.
We've had good coaches
No, right.
in the past. Last year we had good coaches.
Right.
They did not have the length of experience that these current guys have.
That to me is the difference. They were fine coaches, and I have nothing bad to say. That's what I mean. I have nothing bad to say.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how the dynamic switched in 1 year.
A lot of young coaches in the past few years for sure.
Yes.
And, of course, Vickery coached Sikeston alone for 26 years.
Right.
There's a swing out to number 11. That's Xavier Jones. He's got a ton of space, and he's down the sideline, still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds deep into Sikeston territory, and Sikeston's going to have to scramble just to stop him from scoring again. 42 seconds to go in the half.
Poplar Bluff call timeout.
I think it went out of bounds. You don't need a timeout there.
No, I thought they kept him in, but I missed the signal on the sideline.
The Mules, I believe, still have all three of their timeouts. Edmondson looking to throw again. Over the middle, that one incomplete. Intended for Hunter Clifford. Now 2nd and 10 with 37 seconds to go in the half.
And the Bulldogs get the ball to start the second half as well, Deej. Right?
Yes. Looking to the end zone this
That guy
time.
get picked.
That
Oh.
had a chance at an interception, but it was knocked incomplete. I can't see a number. Our numbers are hard to see, Matt.
Yes,
He's a
sir.
long ways away. 24, maybe? Is that Jaden Wiley with that pass breakup?
Yes.
3rd and 10 with 31 seconds to go in the half. Crucial defensive stop here for the Bulldogs.
You would think Poplar Bluff's in 4-down territory here.
Another quick pass. A lot of space. This is a dangerous play. Going to have to make an open field tackle. Got him down inside the 5. I believe that was number 20, Colt Clifford.
Not exactly sure what we can do differently, but boy, they have ran us to death with that play.
Those little short swing passes getting these guys out in space. 21 seconds to go.
I think one of our guys might jump that route, but Poplar Bluff's doing a good job of executing that play.
I didn't think he was out of bounds there, but
I did not either.
but they signaled that he was. So the clock has not moved. He's about at the 4-yard line. Edmondson just going to keep it. Ton of space, and he is in there with another touchdown. Sikeston with a couple stops early in this quarter, but they have not shown much resistance to this Mules offense tonight.
Well, we've got 16 seconds. What do we do, Deej?
Depends on where you get the ball. But
Right.
27-12 with 16 seconds to go in the half. So there's not much time there. You almost have to crack a big kick return. Depends on your field position. If you get it deep in your own territory, you probably just run a play and get to the half.
More than likely. Thing the Bulldogs are known for this year. They're coming back. They come back in the second half. We've got to keep working, right?
They have done that. The 2 games Sikeston has won, they had some struggles with Crystal City and Malden both in the first half, and then really kind of put those teams away with a big second half.
Right. Let's focus on this. There's nothing we can do to change this. Got to keep working, right? This is a process. Trust the process, right?
Trust the process.
Trust
as
the process.
They used to say with the Joel Embiid and the 76ers.
Right.
Trust the process. So the Mules to kick away here. Barring a huge kick return here.
I would think a squib kick here, but
It is a squibber.
just fall on it.
You're thinking line up where 44 is.
Not sure what in the world are we lined
They're
up?
going to take a knee.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah.
So Baker takes the knee. The clock's going to run down, and that's going to get us to the half. Poplar Bluff in control here, 27-12. Sikeston got some work to do. The coaches are going to talk about it at the half. Sikeston will get the ball to start the third quarter, and we'll be back to bring you the action.
Make it Emo's Pizza. Offer valid only to the Sikeston Emo's Pizza location. For your halftime entertainment, the Sikeston Public Schools presents the Sikeston Bulldog Marching Band under the direction of Darren Stillman and Kellen Whitehead. The drum major is Aiden Cox and assistant drum major is Peyton Mercer. The section leaders are Brooklyn Wallace, Elena Jones, Mackenzie Mason, and Aiden Yen. Alexa Lee, Aiden Edwards, Nate McCowan, Juwan Robinson, and Abby Borges. Trumpet soloist is Aiden Yen. This evening, the band will perform a salute to the composer John Williams, the winner of 5 Academy Awards and 26 Grammy Awards. They'll perform the themes to Superman, Jurassic Park, and Wizard Visas from Harry Potter. Drum major Aiden Cox, is your band ready? You may take the field in exhibition.
Up. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Sikeston High School is proud to present the 5 young women nominated to be this year's Fall Homecoming Service Project Coordinator and an active member of Red Peppers. After graduation, Landry planned on attending a four-year university and pursue a degree Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that we announce the 2024 Fall Sports Homecoming Queen, Miss Rihanna Jones.
Rosie, are we done?
Nope, right. Go with them real quick.
Get up! Let's go! Get up! Give him room, guys. Give him room.
And we are ready for the start of this third quarter. Poplar Bluff kicking off to the Bulldogs. Can't tell who that number is. Looks like Marcus Sanders on the return. And he's brought down about the 27-yard line.
Number 36, Marcus Sanders on the return.
Bulldogs will have 1st and 10 to start here in the third quarter. Just underway here. Start the third, Poplar Bluff winning 27-12. A little out route to Gadberry that time. That's close to a first down. Sikeston has had some success moving the chains. Got a couple touchdowns. Both of those came on kind of some tricky plays with throw over to Gadberry, and Gadberry then throwing back. One touchdown pass to Will Lape and another to Kenneth Holcomb. There's a penalty flag. So the problem, though, tonight is Sikeston cannot slow down the Mules. Mules have had their way offensively. Bulldogs have had a handful of these procedure-type penalties, lining up wrong or illegal shifts.
Yeah, when you get behind the marker like we talked about, Deej, all of a sudden it just makes that much more difficult. You're coming from behind already.
A short play to Gadberry. Bulldozes one guy out of the way.
Running with a purpose.
Yeah, completely ran over one defender and got him a few extra yards there. So got a lot of the penalty flag back, so maybe a gain of 9 on that play. 2nd and 6, Gadberry in motion. That handoff to Holcomb, and nothing there.
Well, he's made. We got the.
He got some yards out of it, though.
What do we call that now? The bush push or bush tush push or whatever.
He ended up getting 3 yards out of that, and he didn't have any. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. 3rd and 3.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. 3rd and 3. Big play here. Baker keeps it. He's short. No, did he get it? Yeah, he's short. So it's going to be about a 4th and 2.
I was going to say, looked like he got back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe. Maybe picked up one.
Sikeston talking about it. Looks like they may want to go for this. I probably think that's a good idea.
Right.
Considering how much Bluff has scored, you might stay in this game. You got to get this first down.
Had a little success with that keeper a while ago.
There's Holcomb, and he's going to have it looks like.
I thought he had it by quite a margin. It just probably half a yard or a yard. I mean, which is plenty, which is enough. I have to give Sikeston credit. I mean, we scored 2 touchdowns, but got behind the markers a couple times, and we kept the drive going by a little resilience. Let's see if we can make it a little easier on ourselves, Deej.
Baker checking off one guy. Baker's going to run. He's going to keep it for about a gain of 7 or 8. Took a big hit at the end of that run.
He did. He picked up great yardage. It just, from my angle, it looked like he was a little loose with the ball for a second.
He was initially running, yeah, because he had it cocked like he was ready to throw it.
Right. Didn't tuck it.
Once he passed that line of scrimmage, you got to tuck that thing away.
Right.
2nd and 2. 9:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Just underway here. Welcome up the middle. No gain there.
Pierce is doing a really nice job on that fake, too.
He does a good job carrying it out, yeah.
And you continue to do that for the obvious reason. At some point, the defense might not pay attention to that, and he keeps it, and all of a sudden he's up the sideline for a big gain.
3rd and 2.
Pull out a little trickeration here, Deej. What do you think? Just pick up this first down?
I think you just try to just bulldoze ahead. They're going to run the keeper there for Pierce, and he's going to be down again, so no gain there. That time he faked it to Holcomb.
He did read that one.
Yep, kept it. And now it's 4th and 2. Sikeston with decision time again. This is an official timeout. Oh, excuse me. There's a player injury. I didn't.
Oh,
see
yeah. I did not see that either. I saw the official wave it off, and
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think we had any water breaks tonight or whatever that.
I don't know. They haven't called any water breaks, so the temperature may be.
I was just going to
low
say
enough.
I'm not sure what the rule is or what the temperature. Was it just getting
First
notified
4
from
weeks is
Coach
what we're
Shepherd,
hearing.
the first 4 weeks. Okay, so
We're beyond 4 weeks. So they're tending to an injured player for Bluff. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Fourth and 2. This is a big play to try to get Sikeston back in this game. Pierce up the middle. He's got the first down.
I'll tell you what, the Bull 2 times tonight. I said that a while ago. 4th down, they had a nice push from the offensive line, created a crack for Pierce, and he's a tough runner. I mean, Pierce is a very strong kid, but he's not a 6'2" kid. He's a very strong kid, and he runs with a purpose.
Pierce looking to throw again. This time hits, is that Love? Kendarius Love on the catch. He kind of catches and falls where he got it. So about a gain of 4, maybe 3.
Number 3, Kendarius Love with the reception, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 Bulldogs.
Sikeston is still in this game that they have to put points on the board. They're down 15.
Well, I stand corrected. He is listed at 6 foot tall. I mean, he's a plenty big kid, but
That time to Atkins, I believe, on the catch.
Pierce, my apologies, sir. I was thinking 5'10". I mean, certainly not diminutive in stature. He's just not a 6'3" or 4 kid.
Pierce's dad, Vest, was a really good football player
Very
at New
good
Madrid
player.
County Central in the late 90s.
And a very good basketball player, too.
Sorry, I'm not trying to date you, Vest, but I remember him when he played. Here comes Holcomb on the
Nice
outside.
play. That is a really nice play design.
Play has worked often tonight. And another first down for the Bulldogs.
Kudos to Coach Vic or whoever has that play design. That is a really nice play design. And the thing about it, too, Deej, is when Holcomb or whoever catches that, they're basically at full speed turning up the field.
Baker looking to throw again. That one is
Ooh.
broken up.
Woo.
They've gone to the well a few times on that play, and that time J.P. Lathan was there to defend and deflect that pass. Bulldogs with a lengthy drive here. This is the opening drive of the third quarter at 6:34 to go in the third, and they've used up nearly half of this quarter already. Atkins on the fly sweep. He did give it to him. I thought he faked it.
I thought Pierce had it. I thought he kept it.
So Atkins with a gain of about 2. Pierce is pretty slick with that ball.
He is.
And I couldn't tell. I thought he had it, and then next thing you know, you look down and Atkins is half. I didn't know he's quick with it. 3rd and 8 now for the Bulldogs. 6:05 and counting on the clock.
Whoa.
Pierce with
Pierce.
a little move there,
baby.
and he's got another first down.
Baby. Nice little, like a dance move there. Little shifty, quite shifty. Hey, what?
I've said in the previous weeks, I mean, Pierce is athletic. You know,
He's very athletic. He's a gutty kid, too.
He was an athletic kid all through elementary school. He was always one of the fastest kids in the class, so none of this surprises me. I've seen it before.
Gutty kid, too, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's really he's playing very well right now.
Another toss over to Holcomb. He's lowering the shoulder, barrels ahead for about 2 or 3 more.
Finish the run.
You know, it's kind of a modern-day version of smash mouth football. I mean, they're
it really
getting
is
3 yards in a cloud of dust, and it's more of a spread formation.
Right. Well, you can do a lot out of this formation. And I'm very pleased at this drive. Even with a couple of self-inflicted wounds, they've been able to overcome it.
We're now at 4:48 on the clock. Here comes Holcomb with a lot of space. Great blocking that time by the line.
And if you noticed, Deej, he had both arms over that football.
Protection.
Absolutely. Ball security is vital on this. It's vital anywhere, but it's ultimate. It's very vital. I don't know if it's that a word.
In the red zone.
In the red zone, it is.
3rd and 2 now.
It's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 maybe. Backed it up a bit. Ball's on the 8. 4:10 in the third quarter left. Another handoff to Holcomb, and he's in for the touchdown.
Yes, sir. Okay.
8-yard run there. Lengthy drive that time for Sikeston. Almost 8 minutes off the clock on that third quarter drive.
Deej, that might be the most impressive drive that we've had this year.
Oh, I would say so, just because it didn't just hit a home run with a big play.
Right.
It was numerous plays. I don't know how many plays it was, but I'd say 10 to 15.
At least. Had to be at least.
And just churning out yardage and getting a couple 4th down conversions on that drive.
Right.
And a couple 3rd down conversions. Took a while, but they are right back in this game and looking for 2 now. Pierce looking.
There he is.
He's got
He's there.
Atkins open,
Yes,
and that
sir.
two-point conversion is good. So that makes it a one-score game.
Wow.
Very critical play there. And with 4:05 to go in the third quarter, Sikeston draws within one strike. It's now 27-20. The Mules ahead. We'll be right back after this break.
4:05 left in the third quarter. Mules 27, Bulldogs 20. Sikeston Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, First Midwest Bank. Locally owned and headquartered in Southeast Missouri, First Midwest Bank has been a part of the Sikeston community for 30 years. Stop by one of our two Sikeston locations or visit onemidwest.com to see how we can help you make your financial dreams a reality. If you haven't got your pulled pork nachos yet, there's still time. Take a walk over to the visitors concession stand, and we promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Bulldogs ready to kick off now. Now 27-20. The Mules leading with 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Batista set to kick. Kicks a high one to about the 10-yard line. See how Sikeston's kick coverage does this time. Still a little too much room for that ball carrier, but he's finally brought down at the 33.
DJ was remarking to you as we were at break, I have seen some improvement by the Bulldogs over the course of this year, and that's what you hope for. I mean, obviously, as you go and you want to pick up wins, and this is still a very winnable game at this point. I mean, we're down one score. As we talked about, we got to get the Mules off the field here, get their offense off the field, but we can see the steady improvement of the kids from
that last drive in particular. That's one of the most impressive
Great
drives Sikeston has had this season. Yeah, especially when you consider they didn't hit a big play or something. That was a lengthy drive that they had to overcome a little adversity with a few 2 or 3 penalties that made it a little more difficult. And they still were able to pull it off.
Right. Now they got to bow their neck here. Get this Mules offense. I'd like to see a 3 and out, but any way we can come out of this thing without any score would be just fine. Because obviously, either way, we're going to get the ball back with plenty of time to score again, but just got to keep them off the board here.
Edmondson trying to scramble free, and he's brought down for maybe a short gain. Maybe a yard on that. So 3rd and 1 with 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Big play here. Now it could be a 4-down situation for the Mules since it's only 1 yard, but you're Sikeston, you have to get this stop. Running back lined up. They're going to give to him, and he's got the first down pretty easily. He's got more. He's still on his feet and brought down into Bulldog territory. 2:18 to go in the third quarter. And the Mules offense churning out yardage again.
Jumped that pretty quick. There's a big play. I'm not sure what happened there. They kind of looked like a busted play.
Well, they tried. It looked like maybe they were doing they ran that.
It's like a double reverse or
double
something?
reverse looking thing.
He's going to keep it and throw it?
And it looked like he's going to keep it and throw it, and it was bogged up from the get-go.
Right.
So a loss of 5 there.
120 and counting in the third quarter.
And the Mules have had success. I thought maybe they're just going to hand the ball off again. They've had success running the ball.
Right.
And some of it is just from the quarterback himself. He just will a designed run for him. Now looking to throw, one-on-one coverage out there and over his head. So he had a man open, but he either the route was a little short or he threw it too long, one or the other. 3rd and 15 now.
Ran a nice route because he was open.
He was open. Now, who knows where he was supposed to be.
Right.
The quarterback threw it over his head.
Right. If you look at just where the throw went, it looked like a sideline route. Yeah. He wasn't there.
It's kind of a out route there. So big play here.
Yeah, come on defense here. Step up here, make a big play. Got to expect them to throw this. They moved. 60 moved. Yep, they called it.
Matt with the eagle eye catches that one. You know, we've had a few games where our microphones are piped over the loudspeakers here at the stadium, and wonder if they may have heard you on that one. He moved. And the referee throws the flag. So that'll make it a little more difficult. 3rd and 20 now for the Mules.
Well, Mr. Official, if you hear me, I'm sorry for anything I've said.
I don't think that's happened tonight.
Yeah. I think the crowd would be turning around, giving us different signals here that, hey, they can hear you.
Sikeston with no safety over the top. Let's see what the Mules do. Evans is going to try to scramble free. Sack.
All right, defense.
Marcus Sanders finishes them off. It was Luke Gadberry with that sack. And Sanders comes in, maybe gets a half sack on that. So big defensive stop for the Bulldog defense.
I was at your observation, it made me a little concerned with you're right, no safety back, but maybe we didn't bring the house at them then, did we? I don't think we just pinned our ears back, but whatever, it worked.
They got some
great
pressure,
call,
so.
Great call by the defensive coordinators.
Long situation here. Mules going to punt. Wobbly kick that's going out of bounds. So out of bounds at 30. Our athletic trainer down there, Kyle Lamar, with the nice catch.
Nice
on
hands.
the sideline.
He's a former Malden football player, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. So Sikeston now down 27-20 with 16 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, with a chance to tie this game. Swing over to Gadberry again. You know, he's going to fight for every inch, and he got short gain there. And it's kind of what Sikeston's been doing here in the second half. It's just little short passes and, as we said, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So if they can do that all the way down the field, we'll take it.
What we call it, death by 1,000 cuts.
That's right. So that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Poplar Bluff still leading 27-20. We'll be back for the start of the 4th. Here we are, start of the 4th quarter. Sikeston down 27-20. Will swing out. Barely caught. Nice catch by Keon.
Wow,
and he is
Keon.
making something happen.
Absolutely. What a tremendous play.
That pass was out of his reach, but he somehow caught it.
That one was a backward pass, Deej, and it
could have been a fumble, yeah, if he didn't catch it.
Right. I was sitting there thinking, is he going to throw that? But then I thought, I don't think that's a play that Keon has. Maybe he does. I'm certainly not taking it away from him. I just haven't seen him do that. That's a terrifically athletic play to hang on to that and
So
pick
now
up yards.
3rd and 2. And this one goes to Holcomb up the middle. He's going to be short, so
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Oof. That side judge was dancing a little closer to the marker, and they backed up a little.
It's going to be 4th and 1. Sikeston, I'm sure, will go for this.
Yeah, I would think so. Man. You go to the well again, run that basically a straight keeper with Pierce. And it gives you an extra blocker.
Yeah, they might do it.
They're strong on the right side.
This one goes to Holcomb. Just a quick
Baby.
handoff.
Atta
and
baby. Well, they ran
big
to this.
gainer.
Absolutely. They ran to this side. That was a. You can see it set up with that extra blocker on that strong side. They ran right behind him.
Sikeston moving the chains again. Now 1st and 10 at their 47. Baker trying to get something, and the people he was looking for were not open.
Yeah.
So he had to try to scramble free, and he got brought down for a sack. Clock stoppage. I mean, it looks like we have a man down for the Mules. So here we are with 9:58 to go in the game. Poplar Bluff leading 27-20. Sikeston on the drive looking to tie this game. We'll be back in just a moment. Second and 13 for the Bulldogs. Pierce looking to throw over the middle. He's got Jordan. Jordan breaks a tackle.
Oh,
No, he
that's
couldn't
a
get
face
free.
mask?
Looked like he had his jersey, so
Okay.
couldn't break free from just hanging on for life. Was number 9 there. That was Spencer Nunn. And if he didn't get that tackle,
Yeah, he might have gone to the distance.
yeah, at least another big play. Sikeston now faced with 3rd and 2.
Very manageable here. Like we're strong on this right side again. Just ran straight behind that strong side.
That's the play you
Absolutely.
called earlier, and this time they go with it. Pierce gets the first down.
Both times we've just lined up one extra blocker on that side. Just didn't look like there was anything, any trickeration or anything there, Deej, did it?
No trickery, no.
Just lined up and went straight that way.
Coming up on 9 minutes in the ball game. Sikeston down 7. On the drive now into Mules territory at the 38-yard line. Baker rolling out, looking for a man deep, and it's off the hands of Will Late.
Probably a hold. I'm
Penalty
guessing.
flag right in the middle. That is a holding against Sikeston.
Shoot.
They have not had many holds tonight.
Have
This
not.
might be their 2nd or 3rd holding penalty. Most of Sikeston's penalties tonight have been some kind of procedure or
Right.
lining up wrong.
Right, shift or something. Mm-hmm.
This is a crucial time to get a hold. Now they're faced with 1st and 20. Only 8:42 to go in the game. Kind of a fake reverse. Pierce looking to throw. That one is almost intercepted. He was looking for either Daryl Jordan or Holcomb. And I didn't see a number of who deflected it. It was popped in the air by one of the Mules defenders. 2nd and 20. This goes pass over the middle, just a little short. Atkins could not come up with it. Thrown a little behind him. And he was open, Matt.
Right. He was open ahead time, just get the execution down. I wonder what Coach Vic has in the playbook for 3rd and 20. Guess chop this up and try to get.
That's an option. You could just get a chunk of it back, then go for it on 4th. Pierce trying to buy a little time, looking
open.
deep. He's got a
He's
man
open! Yeah! All right.
That was Kendarius Love on the catch.
Is he hurt?
Well, he's not too hurt.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he is. I thought he was waving them off.
Yeah. No, I could look like he went down awkward, like he kind of that tackle from behind. Sometimes you.
It looked like I thought he was waving them off. My mistake on that. But
No, I didn't know you didn't mean anything by that. It looked like he went down awkward, and at first you're thinking, well, he was just frustrated to get in the end zone, but then it looked like he.
So that pass was a deep throw from Baker. That's one of Sikeston's deepest passes today from Baker. I'm talking about because Gadberry's had a couple, and he hit Love right in stride. It's a beautiful pass. And then Love appeared like he lost his footing just for a second, allowed the Mules defender to get him from behind. And we're working on his leg. Could be a cramp situation.
The way they're kind of.
And you hope that's all it is.
Right,
Cramps,
absolutely.
of course, or just a temporary, extremely painful leg cramp that we've all had.
Oh, they jump up and grab him. One of the. It's not funny. It's just I remember a couple of cramps like during. Other kids playing our basketball team, and just a kid jumped up in the air like he'd been shot or something. That cramp just jumped up and grabbed him.
It will lock you up. So they're going to get Love carried off the field. I don't know if it's anything more than a severe cramp, but
we hope that's just what it is, right?
Sikeston now inside or at the 5, and they've got to punch this one in. 8:24 to go in the game.
Put a little weight on it. Hopefully that's what we're dealing with. You're right. Those hurt, man. They hurt.
Sikeston's had success running the ball. Let's see what they draw up here at the 5-yard line. Pierce going to toss it over to Holcomb, and he's in. Here comes a late flag, though. And it's a hold against Sikeston.
Oh, my.
That was unnecessary. It looked like because Holcomb was very clear. And here comes another flag, it looks like. So the ref threw his hat, which means that will be against Sikeston's coaching staff.
A line?
Oh, okay, excuse me. A sideline warning, I'm guessing.
No, he pointed.
They didn't have his flag, so they'll throw their hat if they don't have the flag.
That's a sideline.
Sideline warning against Sikeston.
Is that a warning or is that a penalty that they're going to?
Well, the first one's always a warning.
Warning. Okay.
If it happens again,
okay.
I'm not sure if it's 5 yards or if it's unsportsmanlike. I'm not sure, but crucial penalty there. The holding wipes out the touchdowns. Let's see what happens here. Holcomb up the middle, gets a big chunk of it back.
I didn't see the hold. I'm sure it was there. Sometimes officials will let those go when it's sort of not in the play. I'm not saying that it wasn't part of it. I'm just saying sometimes, if it's on the other side of the field, you let that stuff go. But it was obviously not the case on that play there.
Pierce going to keep this one. He's going to be inside the 5. And now it's going to be 3rd down, about the 4-yard line with 7:15 and counting on the clock.
Uh-oh. A little fracas going on here. Where I don't know. Again, I say it, DJ, I'm not the offensive coordinator, but we sure had some success lining up that strong side, just barreling in on that side. And I'm trying to remember, was it? I think they had Daryl King out there a couple of times on that strong side, and there he is. He's on the left this time. He pulled that time. I don't think we got in.
Nothing there. Holcomb stopped short. Maybe might have gained 1 yard on that play. So Sikeston, I'm sure, will go for this. They do have the option of a field goal. I don't think they will do that with this much time left in the game. Only 6:24 on the clock. So they will no doubt go for this.
Like an iteration of what it ran earlier. Now here, Daryl King's off the field, so that seems like that play might not be there. I'm sure the coaches feel like they've seen something.
4th down, big play here.
They moved.
And they did get Bluff to jump. That'll make it half the distance.
I was going to say, we can't pick up a first down, though, right?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Makes it a little closer.
Okay.
Maybe down to the 1.5 yard line.
Right.
Clock starts back up.
Look who just came back on.
Under 6 minutes.
We had success running on that right side. Now they're going to the left side. Here we go, Deej. Call me the best color guy in the game for nothing.
King is lined up as an extra blocker, and that's exactly what they do. Pierce is
Get
going
in
to
there.
be
Yes,
in
sir.
there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, they've had success with that all night long.
Daryl Jordan King
Yes, sir.
was that extra blocker in there that you pointed out. And very clearly just kind of a full house, powerhouse run.
Just
and Baker
we got
gets in
more
there.
hats over there than they do. And, of course, you have some guys split out the other side. They can't just shift all 11 guys there, of course. So you just try to get numbers, create an advantage.
Crucial extra point here for Mauricio. Let's see if he can boot this one through with 5:36 to go in the game. High snap, and this one's going to be botched. And that will leave Sikeston a point short. So twice tonight, Mauricio didn't get a chance to kick it with bad snaps. 5:36 to go in this game, and that will be one you think about if you lose this game by 1 point.
Was it a high snap?
High snap.
Well, here's the other side of it. We got to score again either way, right? To win this game, we've got to score again. So
5:36, you got to get a stop here to get there.
Right.
I wondered after the touchdown if they considered going for two. I didn't know what they would do, but they decided to use the sure-footed leg of Mauricio, but it never got to him.
Right.
So Sikeston just had a stop. Let's see if they can pull it off again. Now 5:36 to go in the game. Bulldogs trailing by 1. Sikeston has made this an exciting game after trailing 13-0 quickly in the first quarter. It looked like it could get away from them. Picked up about the 9 yard line this time. Sikeston's kick coverage has struggled all night.
Shoot.
Big return there again. So Sikeston has had problems on their kick coverage. We got a flag in way behind the play. And he is talking to the Bluff coach as if this could be against his team. But I don't know. We'll see what they say. There will definitely be some kind of personal foul or unsportsmanlike. It's against Sikeston and the Mules. So those penalties offset. That won't change anything. So the Mules, with a big return. Sikeston has really struggled with their kick coverage tonight, and it really came back to get them that time as well. Or they re-kick. Is that how it goes? Okay.
Well,
that's a break for the Bulldogs.
That's a break for the Bulldogs. There is no question.
I didn't know they'd re-kick it.
Did not know. Keon Atkins is on the sideline. Looks like a cramp from our vantage point. It was warm today. It wasn't just extraordinarily hot, but it was warm today.
I think it's in the 60s now, probably at this time of night.
I watched this 70, so
Okay.
I bet it's
70,
It's close.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly not
Yeah.
hot at this moment,
It's just a perfect day, really.
but oh yeah.
So Mauricio Batista to kick once again. Let's see if Sikeston's coverage unit can do a better job.
Mr. Beidler's phone says 68, so excuse me, Mr. Beidler.
There's another big return. Maybe
Okay.
not as good as the previous
Okay.
one, but
That was a net game for the Bulldogs, I'd have to say.
yeah. 5:19 to go in the ball game. And you think that if Sikeston can come up with a stop, I wonder if Batista's leg will come
Absolutely.
into play.
Well, it could. You're going to be a little nervous with the snap. If I was thinking about this earlier, Derek. If you remember, the kick that we got off that was good was like we just had to go and couldn't think about it. Remember, we had to hurry up and get the snap before the play clock ran out.
Handoff on the fly sweep. Pickup of about 5. That was Xavier Jones.
I was going to say, I bet the Mules are going to be content to run the ball some because an incomplete pass does stop the clock. So I'm going to say they're going to Bulldogs will probably get a heavy dose of some rushing here.
Probably more of a gain of 6 on that play.
Mhm.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're probably not going to get in a big hurry about getting the snap off either. They're going to take the biggest part of that play clock, and that's part of the strategery, right?
No doubt. They want to run this clock as much as possible. Play clock is under 10. Typically, you want to snap it around 5 or less. Quarterback
Keeper.
keeps, and he spins away. Nice move there. He took a shot, but he did get the first down.
All right, defense. Let's bow our back here. Bow your neck.
Sikeston does have all 3 timeouts, but the clock is against them. If you're the Bulldogs, you may start considering loading up the box with as many helmets as you can find. It's hard to do against a Bluff offense that really spreads you out.
Mm-hmm.
Handoff up the middle. He broke 1 tackle, and he's breaking more tackles all the way for another first down.
So we're still tackling high.
You don't want to reach up around the shoulder pads.
No, we don't have a lot of leverage there.
3:48 on the game clock. Running the clock.
Be around 3:30 or so when they snap this. It's going to be under 3:30 after this play. I would think you got to start get a short gain here. I would think the Bulldogs would have to call a timeout. Or a tackle for loss.
That was
Now I think we got to call a timeout, right?
You got to start thinking about it, but they may not right here.
Okay.
That was interesting. I don't know if that was a busted play.
Yeah, I couldn't.
They were doing just fine, just handing the ball off, and then look, that time the quarterback kind of
Right. Looked like he was rolling out.
rolling out.
We're at 3 minutes now.
So now, what do you do if you're the Mules? Are you going to risk throwing the ball and stopping the clock?
There's nobody in the backfield at the moment.
Fake quarterback keeps. He's
Oh,
going to
what
stick.
a nice tackle. Who was that? Is that Luke?
Barry, maybe.
The boy, Luke.
Now
Now,
Sikeston.
there we go. Okay.
Sikeston takes their first
Yeah.
timeout with 2:44 to go in the game.
Yeah.
So when you come back from this timeout, will Poplar Bluff keep it on the ground and make Sikeston use another timeout, or will they risk throwing the ball?
What does the book say? You know, I think you try to.
Depends on how confident you are with your players.
I just want to say I think you got to. I mean, with the lead on the road, you would think. I mean, if you try to run it, then you're essentially giving the Bulldogs another timeout, right? I'm sorry. If you throw it and it's incomplete, you're giving the Bulldogs another timeout. They've had a lot of success with those screen passes that we've talked about, those quick hitters out wide.
And the fly sweep can come into play as well.
Right. If they don't pick up a first down and it's third and probably over, well, probably, or excuse me, if it's fourth and anything, I'm confident Sikeston's going to call a timeout. It's Poplar Bluff. Go for it, kick it, and pin them deep. I think at that point you probably have to rely on your defense. I don't know how you could want to give them, better field position.
So here we go. There is a running back in the backfield, and
pass.
he's looking to throw over the middle. He's got it. And a first
gosh.
down for the Mules, and that may be enough to run the clock out. Sikeston still does have 2 timeouts remaining. So it's not over.
No.
Sikeston
That was a
has
big play.
2 left. The clock has started again with 2:33 and counting now.
That was a big play. Big pickup by Poplar Bluff. Hats off to them. How about a turnover here, Deej? We hadn't seen a turnover. No, we saw one. They had an interception. How about a fumble here? Put this thing on the ground, Mules. They moved.
Handoff.
They moved. They
And
didn't call
big
it.
gainer up the middle. Sikeston going to have to call timeout.
Wow.
That was Devin Ferguson on that carry. 2:07 left in the game. Sikeston takes timeout. Big gain there for Ferguson. Makes it 2nd and 2. I almost think Sikeston had their chance on that 3rd and long, and the Mules risked it. They went for the pass, and they got it.
Yeah. They've had success moving the ball in the air for sure.
So looking ahead, Sikeston's schedule next week will also be at home against Jackson. Heard a score earlier. Jackson was ahead of Cape Central at the half.
Right.
I've not heard a score since then. And that'll be one of Sikeston's toughest games. They've already played Cape Central, which is they're the 2 conference leaders, Cape and Jackson. And then October 18th, Sikeston will be at home against New Madrid County Central. So the next 2 weeks, Sikeston will be at home, and we'll have the broadcast for you right here on the Sikeston YouTube channel. 2nd and 2. Sikeston with 1 timeout remaining. They have to get a stop here. First down will end the game, and that may do it. He did dive ahead and got the first. Sikeston does have a timeout left if they choose to stop the clock. We're going to let it roll for right now. Ball is situated just inside the 15-yard line.
What? We just got a 35-0 score.
I know Cape scored their opening possession. Bluff took a knee on that play. And so Sikeston's going to use their last timeout. It's interesting. I'm surprised they took a knee there. But 1:31 to go. They might be able to take a knee the rest of the way. If you do your calculations, Matt, you're the math whiz here. Jackson's up 42-6 over Cape.
There we go.
With 1 minute to go. That's shocking to me.
That's extremely shocking. There were folks in the area saying Cape was a 2-touchdown favorite in that game, and they scored 1 time.
A couple of my local contacts, Laura Bays and Jacob May, with those scores reported to me.
Thank you.
So that's shocking to me.
Extremely.
I really thought Cape would beat them, and I'm really even more shocked that they only scored 6 points against Jackson,
Right.
which gave up 35 to Farmington.
Right.
Poplar Bluff, it looks like they're going to take a knee again. There's no more timeouts for the Bulldogs.
No.
So that brings up 3rd down. I don't know if they can kneel this whole thing out. Let me see. Yeah, I think they can, Matt. So the game clock is now at 1:10. There's 26 seconds on the play clock. And one more snap will probably do it.
Get us.
And Laura Bays reports that's the final, 42-6. Cape Central
Wow.
falls to Jackson. Cape Central was in the ranks of undefeated, I believe ranked 2nd in the state.
Mm-hmm. 40 seconds.
And the game clock and play clock, so the game clock is now 1 second ahead of the play clock, and that is it.
Yep.
So they do not have to snap it
Right.
again.
Wow.
And Poplar Bluff's going to come away with a victory. Sikeston with many signs of progress in this game.
Absolutely.
But-
Absolutely.
Boy, there's some things that just barely got away, and they're going to be shaking themselves on a few things. Couple bad snaps on extra points.
Right. Right.
And then, of course, that 3rd and long defensive play there at the end. Sikeston could have gotten off the field. Poplar Bluff completed the big pass on
They
3rd
did.
and maybe 17.
Yep.
They
Gotta
got
tip
the
your
first
hat.
down.
Got to tip your hat to them. They made a big play when they need to make it, enough to seal the W for Poplar Bluff. Moral victories are not fun. They're not something you hang your hat on. But Sikeston had a lot of fight tonight. Looked much improved. I know didn't go the way we wanted, but they looked much better.
I don't think the staff will be pleased with
No,
this outcome.
I know.
But I
course
do
not.
think they will be pleased with some of the signs of progress that
Yes.
were shown tonight.
Yes.
Offensively, they really got rolling offensively there on a few
They did.
drives.
They did.
Defensively, it was not the best night for the Bulldog defense.
We gave up some big plays
yes.
in key parts of the game.
But in special teams was a problem tonight as well.
Yeah.
You had 2 botched extra points and a botched punt
Right.
that Luke Gadberry, just a miracle he got a punt off.
Yeah.
And after a snap went over his head. So, and then, of course, the kick return problems that Sikeston's kickoff team.
Right.
So, a few things to work on definitely for Sikeston on special teams, let alone, of course, the things that they're continuing to work on offensively and defensively.
Deej, it's still a great day to be a Bulldog.
As always, yes. And
Absolutely.
the Bulldogs
It is.
are improving, folks.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
now
Don't
2-4.
2-4. I understand the record, and I get it. And
Yeah.
Deej and I get it as much as anybody. We understand the record, but the team is improving, putting a better product on the field. This was a heartbreaker. We talked about that.
A winnable game, for sure.
It was winnable, and you know what? We raised a lot of money tonight for the foundation. The community came together for several hours, and for that amount of time, and then during the game, we were Bulldog Nation, and there were no divisions in our town. And I don't mean bad divisions. I mean just divisions along political lines or socioeconomic or whatever. For that amount of time, we were all Bulldog Nation, and it's really great to see. I'm excited about the future of this team, Deej. I really am.
Well, it doesn't get any easier next week. Sikeston will host Jackson, but probably not many people thought Sikeston would have a chance to win this game. So you
Right.
never know. You come in, Jackson's coming in red hot
Right.
after defeating Cape Central, and they're probably looking to clinch the conference title outright. And Sikeston could be a big spoiler for that.
Right.
And that would be a shocker as much as anybody, but you know
Right.
what? Jackson has shown some vulnerability in a couple games this season.
Right.
I know
Right.
they've played an extremely difficult schedule.
They have.
But they'll come in here next week, and then the following week, Sikeston will have New Madrid County Central. So, getting towards the end of this season,
Yes,
I
sir.
did see improvement tonight, though,
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very, very optimistic about the trajectory of the team.
Matt. So, with that, we will say goodnight. 27-26, Poplar Bluff wins this game over the Bulldogs. We'd like to thank Steve Byler and his crew for putting on the broadcast. And any other final parting thoughts there, Matt?
As always, go Dogs.
We'll see you next week.